Hey, it's Kim. Thank you for joining me for a true unboxing. Today I'm unboxing a planner tote. I really tried to resist buying an actual planner tote because I do have something that I use for like it's like a craft caddy type of thing. And I do tend to put all of my planners there when they're not in use. However, my issue with that is the fact that I can't really walk around the house with it. Also, I really tried to find something similar on Amazon or something, you know, a little less expensive or a little budget friendly, a little more budget friendly, I should say. But I came up short. So after so long of resisting the urge to purchase this planner tote, I finally bit the bullet and here we are today. As you can see, I ordered this from Absent Studio. So I'm really excited to see what's in the box. I'm really excited to set it up and kind of talk through my whole purpose of getting this planner tote. And for the eagle-eyed among you, you may realize that there are 2 items in this box, but we're just talking about the planner tote. Alright, I've turned the camera around and this is actually my bed. Welcome to my world. But I wanted to give an overall view primarily of where I do a lot of my planning. A lot of it does not happen on my desk. It actually happens on my bed, normally while I'm lounging at night, sometimes during the day because I do work from home. So sometimes I might camp out here. My desk is behind us right now, so I'll have most of my work stuff on my desk, and then on this side I'll have a lot of my planning things. So this is the caddy that I mentioned. It's like a craft caddy. I got it from Amazon. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. And I should preface this by saying this video is not sponsored by anyone at all. So this is the caddy that I typically use, not typically, I do use to store all of my planners. And these are the planners that I reach for on a regular basis. I have my companion planner, video coming soon. I have my 5-year journal, my business planner, and my health and fitness planner. And then there is a spot for my regular daily planner to fit in here as well. So the reason why I felt the need though to purchase a planner tote is because my planning style is a bit nomadic of sorts. Okay, maybe that was dramatic. But I like to move around the house, especially when the days are longer and the seasons change. So during the fall and winter, I like to be in my bedroom because it's cozy, it's warm. I feel like I could bundle up here if I wanted to. But when the spring and summer come, I want to be in my other living areas of the house so that I can see, like, you know, the sunlight. There's a lot more windows. Everything is open. Everything is bright. So I do like to move around. Also, I like to sometimes watch TV with my husband down in our living room. So there might be a show that we're watching together or something I'm not too terribly interested in, but while we're watching it I might do a little bit of journaling. So I like to bring my planner supplies down with me to do that. Also, I do have my 5-pin case. This one is from Gale & Leather, and this houses the pins that I use for the month. I recently put out a currently inked video, so you can see all about that and the pins that I like to use throughout the month, and that's why I have 5. Oh, and also my reading glasses. So that's what I would like to carry in here as well. So as you can imagine, this thing is huge and I don't need to take this with me everywhere. It's also very, while sturdy, it's also very structured, very solid. So it's not like collapsible. You can't like make it form or shape to however you like. So it can get really heavy. So for that reason, I decided to just go ahead, bite the bullet, and get a planner tote. I will say I do also have this engineer pouch from the Superior Labor with Baumkuchen, and I love this as well. I use this for a different purpose, which we'll get into. And these two are actually very similar in size, so very similar in height as well as length. But of course, this has the handles, and this has a few more compartments for storage as I'm moving around the house, whereas this one has 2 pockets. So not a ton of storage, but some storage. All right, so that's why I need a planner tote. I want to be able to move around the house. I want to be able to just explore. So together, you and I are going to start filling this baby up to see exactly how it'll work for me. I do think it'll work extremely well. I went over measurements backwards and forwards to just make sure. So I'm going to start loading it up. And I'm really mostly interested also in seeing or trying to figure out what I'm going to put in these areas here. So that's my daily planner there. And then I have this is my journal, my current journal. And it is in this pouch because I had it on my kitchen table and I just wanted to protect it at the moment. I don't walk around with it in a pouch. Anyway, so that's that one. And oh, what I was saying about this engineer pouch, this actually is what I call my journaling pouch. So I would put this, which is my journal, inside of here, not in this little bag, but inside of here, along with other stickers, markers, ephemera, things that I like to use while journaling. I will likely maybe cover that in a different video if you're interested in how that goes down. But if I'm not doing like a specific journaling type of session, I will put it with my daily planner here. Let me just take this out of this bag because this is kind of annoying me too. So I will put it in here with my daily planner. So those are the 2 main ones that I like to have in this bag. And then there are a few other things. So my health and fitness planner, which is currently in a Hobonichi Weeks, I could want to walk around the house with it with me, like take it with me. Maybe. This I do update on a fairly regular basis, but it's not something that takes a long time, or it's not something that I'm really sitting down and poring over all of the information that's going in there. So it may or may not stay with me, I'm not sure. But aside from these 2 planners, I also wanted the ability to carry a little pouch of sorts. This one I got on clearance. It's by the Tote brand from Target. It has nothing in it at the moment, but if there were things that I needed to put in here, I could slide that in the back, as well as my pencil pouch, which this is the things, or these are the things that I use for regular planning all the time. So it's the things that I reach for all the time. So I have Tombow markers in here. I have correction tape. I have a hand lotion. I wouldn't normally have this in here, but I just needed it earlier today. So this is something that I might put in one of these little side containers, not containers, but like elastic areas, maybe. I don't know. I like hand lotion. I like moisturized hands. But that is why I like the addition of these storage areas in the front. But anyway, so this actually is a lot fuller than it normally would be. But I do have Tombows. I have a marker. I have a pair of scissors, some erasers. I said a marker? Of course I have a marker. I mean like fine liners. So that would go in there. So that's those 2. And I do think I would not carry this. So if I'm not carrying that, I would put in my pen case. So that's these items. And there's actually a little bit more room. And I could put something else in here. What else might I need? Oh, I do have my reading glasses. So I could maybe put those in there. I probably don't use my reading glasses as much as I need to, but I could put those in there. Or, now that I stood those 2 other planners up, there's room for that Hobonichi Weeks. Could I also fit the reading glasses? I can actually fit the reading glasses. Okay, so that fit a little bit more than I anticipated. So that is how all of those items would fit in here for me if I needed to just grab this and head down to the living room to do a little bit of a planning session. All right, so I've thought long and hard about the things that I would like to keep in this front compartment section, and I don't really have an answer. So there are some things that I have on the outside of this little caddy, and actually, so maybe I do know. So I like a gel pen. So I like to have a gel pen for certain reasons. I also, can I stand up? Yep. I also have this gel pen. Sometimes I might have a few brush markers that I might need. Oh, I always do have a pencil. Even though I have a pencil in this little pen pouch, I still, for whatever reason, like to have a pencil around me someplace, and a tape, an adhesive tape runner. So I'll have this as well. So these are a few of the things I might carry on the outside with me. And honestly, I feel like I'm drawing a blank. Like, I don't even know if there are other things that I would consider a need to have while I'm, you know, around the house. So we just put all of those few things in here, and there's no rhyme or reason. I did think that I would actually like to have some of the Tombow markers that I use on a regular basis. So they may not be the ones that I'm using for my planner or my weekly planning at the moment, but they are ones that are like in that neutral family that I like to reach for quite often. And actually, I can take this one out, not that one. I would put this one in there. And oh, these are two that I use to update my health journal. So I could put those in there. These were two other colors that I have with my monthly. I planned out to use for my monthly. So I could put those in there. All right. Okay. So that is looking pretty good. I do have a couple of other dot markers. So these I would use, I have a plant, what is it called? Like a plant tracker, plant care tracker. And I like to mark off whenever I update those, or like if I'm watering them, fertilizing them. I think I went over this in another video very quickly, very briefly. So I do use these dot markers for that purpose. And there's also one other dot marker that I might use on a semi-regular basis. Okay, so that is everything that I have tucked into this planner tote. And I'm really liking it. I honestly have no idea what I would put in here. I have everything else that I need. I'm thinking I'm going to use this for my work bag, but we'll see. So, but if I wanted to put something in here, maybe like some stickers or something that was flat, I could put it in there and stick it down in the back of the tote. So there's that. And I'm pretty much feeling it. Now, I will take you through and kind of explain my use of planner totes and pouches. So like I said, this one is for journaling, and if I only want to sit down and do some journaling, and I should explain that in my journal I have my like personal journaling thoughts and feelings, as well as some prayers, and then there's another section with a little bit of memory keeping. So that's the reason why I might need extra stickers or things that I want to come back to and kind of paste in a little bit later. So when I have a defined journaling session and I know I want to sit down and do all of that, I will take this with me, stick it in here, along with, I do have a couple other pencil pouches with other things that I might put in here as well. This, for instance, would also go in here. So all of that stuff fits in here, and I would take this whole thing with me to do like a journaling session. And it also can zip up. So if I needed to take it out of the house, if I wanted to go maybe like to a coffee date or something like that, or meet up with friends for a planning session or journaling session, or if I'm going to just work outside of the house and I just want to take this with me, I can do that. So that's what that is for. And then I also have a different tote, and this one I found on Amazon. This one is for my Bible study and Bible journaling type of stuff. So clearly I like to have a specific place for everything. So that is why I am definitely pro planner tote. I like to have a place for everything. I don't want everything to be combined and just shoved together because it gets too heavy. You know, what if I just want to journal? Like I said, what if I just want to plan? I'll just bring this. If I just want to do some Bible study, I'm just bringing this. So that's why I am pro planner tote. To speak more specifically about this one, and I don't even think I said it, hopefully I've put it on the screen by now, but this is the Rialtote by Absent Studio. And in all honesty, I did go back and forth. I've seen this tote around Instagram and on social media for quite a long time now, and I've always reasoned to myself thinking that it was overpriced for what it is. But in all honesty, since I've been searching and looking for something similar to this, I haven't found anything in this price range that has handles, that has this amount of storage space and this amount of internal space that I could see myself using on a regular basis. Superior Labor does make a few mini totes, like the petite tote and little pouches and everything, but they don't have this amount of like added storage areas. Meaning like I can put individual things in here, or they don't have as many pockets as I think they should have, or they're just definitely overpriced for what I would consider the value. So speaking of value, though, some might think that this planner tote is a bit overpriced, and at first I was thinking that as well. I'm very adept with a sewing machine, so I could probably make this on my own, but honestly, I don't have the time. I don't have the time or the energy. So honestly, speaking about value, the value is here for me to purchase this as opposed to actually make it on my own. So there's that. So I do feel like I'm going to be happy with this little tote for many years to come. And I could definitely see myself taking this with me on the road. Like if I had a coffee date or something, I'm going to a coffee shop and I'm just going to sit there for a couple of hours, I could have everything in here. And it's very compact. It holds all the things I know I'm going to need. And I would be very happy taking this along with me. So again, this video is not sponsored. But if you are on the fence about whether or not you need a planner tote, and I do think you need one, but if you are on the fence about whether or not you need a planner tote, maybe something I've shared in today's video helps convince you, or helps convince you that you need one or that you don't need one. Also, hopefully this video has shown you exactly what the Rialtote by Absent Studio has to offer. So maybe it gives you a little bit more insight on whether or not you really need this tote. Whether you need this tote, I can't say that for sure. I don't know your life, you know, who knows? Maybe you don't see that the value is there. Maybe you think you need something bigger. That is also an option, or also a real possibility. But any event, I do truly hope that this video is helpful to anybody out there who's looking into investing in a planner tote of sorts. There are so many options that you could have, that you could try out, and that you can just add to your routine. So if you have any questions on anything I mentioned, and also anything I mentioned will be linked down in the description box as well. But if you have any questions, if I forget to link something, feel free to leave them down in the comments and I'll get right back to you. Thank you so much for watching my little first impressions unboxing mini explanation as to why I feel everyone in life needs a planner tote. I really do appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.